Ladies and gentlemen, live from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977 is Wednesday or Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite or Collision Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you the happenings of AEW All Elite Wrestling action, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode number 2513 of the show. And this is the first AEW Dynamite of September 2025, September 3rd, 2025. Once again, taking place at the world-famous 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's right. Take it to the extreme, folks. And I gotta tell you, this event has been crazy. Every time you go to 2300 Arena, you expect some extreme things happening in that arena, home of ECW, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check it out if we can. We're going to start it off with Gabe Kidd, who was in a ticked off mood, coming out and wants Darby Allin one-on-one, and Darby Allin jumps Kid from behind, and the two fight it out. Death Riders get involved. The Ox, Hook, and Willow Nightingale fight back. They were fighting back. They were fighting all over the place, and everybody's gotten crazy. And then Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd brawl to the back to the point where Gabe Kidd tried to get him with a hammer. Did not work. And then Gabe Kidd got jumped once again, and then Darby Allin knocks out Kidd, puts him in a body bag, drives off with Gabe Kidd in the body bag. What in the heck is going on? You're talking about Darby Allin's a little bit on the nut side. I think it's what happens when you break up with a beautiful woman like Priscilla Kelly, a.k.a. Gigi Dolan. You tend to, I have no more girlfriends. I'll go completely nuts. I will climb Mount Everest. I will jump. I will do a coffin drop on people, put people in body bags, and put myself in a body bag, attack people, and, get my ear all ripped out and stuff. And that's a good idea. You don't have a girlfriend? Go nuts. Darby Allin, bless you for that. Anyways, although a beautiful woman like Priscilla Kelly, a.k.a. Gigi Dolan, broke up with me, I'd be like, I'm going nuts too, I'd be like, I've got nothing to lose. Why not get myself thumbtacks on my back and stuff and just, go crazy to the point where I just laugh like Beavis and Butthead. Hey, Beavis, check it out. What's that, Butthead? I think I got thumbtacks on my butt. That's pretty cool. Anyways, Darby Allin, bless you. You're a nut. Although, Darby Allin did climb Mount Everest for a good cause, too. So that's pretty cool. TBS title on the line is Mercedes Moné defends against Alex Windsor. Heck of a matchup, and then Mercedes Moné ends up beating Windsor by submission. And Mercedes Moné, who's on a quest to try to surpass the Ultimo Dragon for one of the most championships held at the same time. Can you imagine Mercedes Moné, what? I think she accomplished everything in the WWE. I mean, why the bleep not, right? Just go over to AEW, accomplish a whole lot more. Although, now, if Mercedes Moné ever thinks about coming back to the WWE, not even the slightest. I mean, Mercedes Moné could have two more titles that she can go after. The Women's Intercontinental title or the Women's United States title. But I digress. She's doing her thing in AEW and doing a good job there. So, and as Mercedes Moné's talking smack to Windsor, saying I'm the best and everything, and Windsor says, okay, but I want to shake your hand for it because you did good. Because I respect you. And then all of a sudden, when Mercedes Moné went to go, she flips off Windsor, and Windsor says, disrespect me like that, and they started going at it until when Mercedes Moné was attacking Windsor on the ground, Riho, who we have not seen in months, probably a year or two, comes up and attacks Mercedes Moné. Will Riho, the first AEW Women's World Champion, be the lady to get it done? In fact, Tony Khan has made it official at All Out. Mercedes Moné will defend the TBS title against Riho. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. A Renee Paquette interviewed Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs about, getting sick and tired of the Death Riders, and then Hook goes, I don't need your help. Remember, Hook was an original member of the Ops until he got hurt and Powerhouse Hobbs took Hook's spot. And it seems to me, and Samoa Joe goes, okay, we got you. Well, like it or not, we always will have you back. I think Samoa Joe does respect Hook. That's what I'm thinking. And then Ricochet and GOA addresses the Hurt Syndicate, challenged them to a trios matchup at All Out. Mark Briscoe addresses the Philly 300 crowd, and he says, and he talks about how being at the arena helps him and his brother fall in love with wrestling and stuff. And then he calls out Don Callis. He wants to know who he has to fight in order to get to Kyle Fletcher. And so, and he referred to Don Callis as I love Mark Briscoe. He referred to Don Callis as Elton John dressed like a prosthetic penis on Halloween. That was the funniest thing he ever said. Oh, Mark Briscoe. I'm sorry, to Elton John, because I like some of Elton John's songs, but Don Callis looks like Elton John dressed like a prosthetic penis for Halloween. I'm not kidding you. I'm kidding you. Oh, Mark Briscoe. What do you say about Don Callis? The most hilarious thing in the world. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me get it together. And so Don Callis comes out, interrupts Briscoe, and says, hey, I know you want Kyle Fletcher, but this Saturday on Collision, you'll face the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. And then Mark Briscoe goes, fine, that's Saturday, but I'm ready for a fight right now. Give me another one of your goons, henchmen. And then Rocky Moreno took off his shirt, said, I'll fight him. And then Lion Sargent's like, no, let me deal with him. And then Don Callis thought that was a great idea, Put in, so it was led to an impromptu matchup against the two of them, and Mark Briscoe won. So Mark Briscoe won. Hats off to him. Was determined to beat him, and then you got the AEW Women's World Champion, the timeless one, Toni Storm. She's defeated some of the best women out there. She defeated Mercedes Moné and Athena recently. Who is next? And that's what Toni Storm says. Bring one. Come on. I'm challenging you, and you know what? God don't judge, but that's my job, she says. I'm like, judge not to be judged there, Toni Storm, but that's okay. I like Toni Storm, and she's funny as heck, and very beautiful. So she's issuing an open challenge. Who would come at her for the championship? She defeated Megan Bain. Because one of the members of Triangle Madness issued a challenge. Toni Storm and Tekla would be a heck of a matchup. I have a feeling that could be the case. And Renee Paquette interviewed Harley Cameron and Chris Statlander, and Harley Cameron's got her. I think her cat mask, the protective mask, broke, but then she got the cat makeup on again, and and then Wheeler used a crackhead Quantum Ranger, and Marina Shafir interrupt them, and then Death Rider's got you back. You tell your friend I got his message, so fine. And say, well, let's get out of here. This guy here got a tag match to get. Tag titles to get. And in fact, this leads to an all-star 8-woman tag team matchup for this coming Saturday on Collision. Check this out. All right, this has made me a happy dude. On one team, you got Megan Bayne and the Triangle of Madness. On the other team, you got Chris Statlander, Harley Cameron, the Ring of Honor Interim Women's Television Champion Mina Shirakawa, and the AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm. 3 of my favorite ladies on one team, and I'm a happy, happy, happy dude. Can't wait to watch it this Saturday. I'm a happy dude. I'm a happy, happy dude. 3 of my favorite ladies. Toni Storm, Harley Cameron, and Mina Shirakawa. Statlander's not that bad, but Toni, Harley, and Mina, my girls. I love them. They're my version of Charlie's Angels. I'll play Bosley. Okay? So if everyone's banned from ringside, that means Luther has not been in Toni Storm's corner for quite a while. So I think he's going to be banned from ringside, but Penelope Ford's going to be banned from ringside. She's the only one, because she's always been in Megan Bayne's corner. So I think Tekla could challenge Toni Storm next. We'll find out for sure. I know Tekla and Mina Shirakawa got a little bit of history from their Stardom days, so that's going to come into fruition, come into light. Who knows? Meanwhile, Bandito was Bandito, the Ring of Honor World Champion, and Brody King defends the tag team titles against Death Riders Claudio Castagnoli and Willa Yuta. John Moxley tried to get involved, but then Darby Allin gets involved, and Brodito took advantage, and they retained the tag team titles over the Death Riders. And Renee Paquette interviewed Kazuchika Okada, where there is some tension between Okada and Konosuke Takeshita, to the point where Okada says, I'm the top dog in the Don Callis family. Obviously, you got gold on your shoulder. But will this lead to Konosuke Takeshita's new attitude change? Because I get a feeling that Takeshita and Okada may end up going at it one-on-one for the unified title. And I think Don Callis better realize why recruiting Okada may not be a good idea after all. So there's that. And also, Renee Paquette interviewed his Hurt Syndicate to respond to Ricochet and GOA's challenge. And it seems like MVP is trying to look out for the GOA. Says, don't follow. You're following a bad example in Ricochet. So they accepted the challenge for All Out in Toronto, Canada. Trios matchup: Ricochet and GOA versus the Hurt Syndicate. And believe me, that's going to be a heck of a matchup. Meanwhile, Adam Copeland's come to the ring to address the Philly crowd and waiting for Christian Cage to come out. FTR decided not to wait that long and started attacking Adam Copeland, and Christian Cage came out. Both teams have been brawling with that loudmouth goofball Stokely Hathaway at ringside. And then security in the Ring of Honor room tried to break it up, and then a lot of push, and Dax Harwood was trying to push him. Adam Priest was trying to hold him back, and then Adam Priest fought back. And then they drove on one Ring of Honor wrestler, though, beforehand, and that would be, I think, Jordan Oliver, and then they started to fight with Adam Priest. Daniel Garcia addresses Moxley as they do battle once again in Philadelphia this coming Saturday on Collision. Meanwhile, Stokely Hathaway addresses Cope and Cage, and Stokely Hathaway's not in a good mood, and then they call Adam Priest over, and Adam Priest apologizes. Who do you think you are? Go get yourself a partner next week. We'll go at it. We'll go at it this Saturday. Yeah, he tried to break up a fight, and you two idiots call him out on that? Come on now. That leads me to the All-Star 8-man tag team matchup on one hand. Jet Speed, Kenny Omega, and Hangman Adam Page versus the Young Bucks, Josh Alexander and Kyle Fletcher. Don Callis, a.k.a. the Elton John prostated penis guy, was joining on commentary. And then Fletcher, Alexander, and the Bucks won the matchup, and then there was an 8-man brawl after the match of Rocky Romero. Yeah, and Lance Archer also got involved. But Kenny Omega went to a table, and everyone else is out cold. So, That is all the time that we have on this episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977 AEW Event Center 4, September 3rd, 2025. Tomorrow we got Pressure Luck and we got Rant and Rave. I make my return there along with Michael Mabardier. So the whole gang is going to be back. So that's going to be good. That's always going to be a good thing. Always a good thing to happen. And then there come the weekend. Okay? So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Do It for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.